If you want to know how you can create your own planner, all digital, and to look realistic in the Procreate app, just keep on watching. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Natalia from Akaihana Art. And for this community, I create videos about illustration, design, and creative planning in general. So if you like this kind of topics, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you won't miss anything. So you guys, for me, digital planning has been a great practice that has given me the opportunity to explore my creativity throughout the digital side of things. That is the thing that I really love the most. But for me, the cherry on top is the realistic user experience. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how you can render your own planner, all digital in the Procreate app. A few disclaimers about this video. First of all, this is a compilation of a couple of videos that I did like a year ago on how you can render your own binder rings and your own binder, like leather style binder, in the Procreate app. I'm going to merge those videos and I'm going to do the whole process just so you can see how you can create the entire planner. Cover, inserts, and also the planner open. Second of all, you have to pay close attention to the whole video because I'm going to be giving away a really nice surprise so you can create this planner the easy way. So stay tuned for the whole video. Another thing is that for creating this video, I'm going to be using my own brushes, and that doesn't mean that you have to use the brushes, that you have to purchase them. That's not what I meant. But for me, my brushes allow me to create this process faster, and it helps me with the workflow, so that's why I use them. But you don't have to. If you want to purchase them though, you can go to my to the description. I will leave the link down below to my Etsy store. Finally, this is going to be the first video of a series of videos on how you can create these binders, different type of planner binders, digitally in the Procreate app. So stay tuned for those videos. And okay, without further ado, let's get to the Procreate app and start building this baby. Okay, you guys, let's begin by showing you what are we going to do in this video. We are going to be creating this planner with this insert that you can change with every season, with different sayings, and also this cover. Okay, we are going to be doing it from scratch, all digitally, in the Procreate app. Okay, so let's begin by creating a screen size canvas, and that canvas we are going to change color, the background color. So everything we do on top, we are able to see it. Now I'm going to be using my shape brushes. They are for sale on my Etsy store if you want to go and check them out. And we are going to be doing creating a rectangle, and to that rectangle we are going to change color, and then we are going to add this texture brush, that is the leather texture. As you can see, it has this nice leather texture. And then we are going to erase the corners so they are round, like so. After that, we are going to duplicate that layer and we are going to flip it frontally, and we are going to place it on in front of it, so we have two rectangles the same way. Now we are going to make a darker color of blue, and we are going to add these stitches. These stitches are also a brush. This is not easy. They are also a brush that you can easily add to look like the real stitches that those kind of binder has. Okay, and then on top we are going to start creating our binder rings. You know what? We are going to be doing it from scratch. Okay. We are going to be using white for now. We are creating a line. Then we are going to duplicate that and place it in front of it. We are going to merge those. I'm going to place it in the middle. Okay. We are going to merge those layers, and we are going to be creating like a round top. We are going to alpha lock that, and we are going to paint it gray. On top of this, we are going to be doing a clipping mask layer, and we are going to be doing the shadows and the lights. By that, we are going to be doing a white line, and then we are going to use Gaussian blur to create the lights, and then motion. We are going to be doing this like a couple of times for it to be rendered more naturally. Perfect, the same. And then we are going to make one more time, but this time it's going to be a black line. Place it on one of those two sides. I choose this one. I'm also using Gaussian blur, and not that much. Okay. Perfect. Then we are going to be doing in another layer two circles. We're going to be doing first one, and then we are going to duplicate that same circle like this, and place it in front. We are going to be doing the rings. To those circles, add a line. And to that line, we can round it a little bit with the warp tool. It's not easy. Okay, like so. And then we are going to add the lights and the shadows, like we did with the part that is beneath that. We're going to be using Gaussian blur, and then motion blur. For the lights. A couple of times. And then the last time we are going to be adding the shadow. This time with two little circles, black circles, with Gaussian blur and then motion blur. Okay, now we are going to merge those layers and we are going to duplicate that ring a couple of times, so we have 3 rings. You can do 2 sets of 3, or you can do how many you want. Then between the binder and the cover, you can add another rectangle that is white. This is going to be the paper. We're going to resize that. We are going to erase the corners. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I like to do so it keeps the binder like shape. And you are going to duplicate that layer, and the layer beneath we are going to color it a little bit gray, a light gray, and we are going to show it a little bit, so is the rest of the paper that is beneath that paper sheet. And with this xylazine, I don't know how you pronounce that, and a darker color of gray, we are going to add this texture that looks like more pages underneath that, like so. Let me show you so you can see this. You can see a bunch of little lines. Okay, we are going to merge those, duplicate that, and with magnetic we are going to place it on front of this, so we have both pages of the planner, one in front of the other. Okay, and to that we can add like bullet journal texture, like little dot textures, like so. Or you can add grid, or you can add this grid, so you can create your own planner. Okay, if you want to create the insert page, you have to duplicate the paper layer, and you have to put it on top of everything. We are going to down the opacity, and we are going to erase the parts that are on top of the binder rings, like so. We are going to be doing this in those 3 binder rings. Like so. Okay, so we have a clean page, like the page with those 3 holes. Let me up the opacity. So we have this loose page with those 3 holes, and we can draw on top of this like this. I'm going to teach you how you can create an insert. And for that, we are going to put the name insert template. This is going to be our template for that page. We are going to duplicate that layer. And on top of that, we are going to be creating this cute quote insert for summer. So we are going to, we're going to be putting like, seize the days, perfect for summer days. Okay, and we are going to change that paper's color like so. Okay, and we are going to be adding cute, this is not the brush. Okay, we are going to be adding this cute like jellyfish. Okay, something like this. I'm not very good at this, so do not try to copy because it's hideous, but you can create something like this and you have to export it as a PNG and you have a nice insert for your planner that fits perfectly. Okay, so we are going to be creating the cover this time. Okay, we are going to be using again my shape brushes, and we are going to be not that square. Okay, again we are going to erase the corners just from one side. Like so, and then we are going to add the leather texture. Okay, this is the giveaway. If you have seen me adding the leather texture, that is a set of brushes that has, this one has 4 leather texture and 1 stitch brush. I'm going to be giving that away. I will leave the link down below so you can go and download that set, that exactly same set that I'm using in this video. So you can start creating your own planner right away. Okay, now we're going to be doing the thing that closes. I don't know how that's called. We create a smaller rectangle. We paint it white. We add the leather texture that is going to be yours with just one click. Oops, we have to clipping mask. Yes. Now we duplicate that layer, and the layer underneath is going to be the shadow. So it gives the 3-dimensional like effect. We're going to up the Gaussian blur, freeform. We are going to down the opacity a little bit so the shadow is not that hard. We are going to resize and replace that shadow so it's not that big. And we are going to be adding the stitches. This is not easy. Perfect. And also to this little thing that like closes the cover, like so. Then we are going to add a little button to the closing something thing, I don't know. We are going to be adding to that little button the lights, because it's like a cover or gold button. We're going to be using the Gaussian blur, like so. Then a white light, a little motion blur also. And then we are going to down the opacity of that layer because that glow is too hard. Perfect. But we haven't finished. We have to add the shadow to the entire cover. Okay, we painted black, we remove the alpha lock, we use Gaussian blur. We down the opacity, we resize it, replace it, and for those that pay close attention to detail, we are going to be creating the back cover. You can see a little bit of the back of the cover when you have a planner. So we are going to be showing a little bit of that. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you find it useful and you were able to learn a lot how you can render this type of planner for yourself. As I told you, the link to the giveaway is going to be in the link down below, so you can go and get them for free. Also, as I told you, the brushes that I use in this video are also for purchase on my Etsy store. If you want to go and check them out, I will leave the link down below. Finally, if you like videos like this and you want to watch more videos about it, please give it a thumbs up and spread the love by sharing. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!